Cereal time, cereal time, cereal time, whoa.
The police here are merely an arm of the establishment. Their purpose is to protect the establishment and punish those who disagree with the goals and the activities of the establishment. And so there's a necessary contradiction between what I stand for and what the establishment and their protectors stand for.
What's up, cereal heads? Today we're going to talk about Jolly Rancher cereal. Now, this stuff came out back in December of last year, but I never got around to doing a video about it. There have been a handful of comments of people asking me about this cereal, so I think it's time it gets its own video. Now, I've said this before, but I don't love family-sized boxes. I prefer the normal-sized boxes for my collection, which is probably another reason why I never got around to making a video for this stuff, because I still haven't been able to find a normal-sized box in stores. Speaking of that, I should also say that even though General Mills released this cereal about 6 months ago, I'm not even sure it's widely available on shelf still. You'll have to let me know. Do you still see it in stores? Or has it already been discontinued? If it's still around, I can't imagine it's going to be around for much longer. I don't think this is going to be a permanent brand for General Mills. But it's here now, so let's talk about it. Now, obviously, this isn't the first cereal based on a candy. There have been Reese's Puffs, Hershey Kisses, Sour Patch Kids cereal, Peeps are a candy too, right? And then, of course, my favorite from back in the day, Nerds cereal. This cereal that came with 2 flavors in each box was definitely my favorite candy-based cereal ever released. Even though, let's face it, all sweet cereals are basically candy anyways. So if we're gonna talk about this Jolly Rancher cereal, I guess we briefly need to talk about Jolly Ranchers themselves, right? So the Jolly Rancher company was originally founded by Bill Harmson back in 1949. He originally sold chocolate, ice cream, and candy in the Denver, Colorado area. But apparently, ice cream was hard to sell in the winter months, so he transitioned to just hard candy. If you've never had a Jolly Rancher before, they're basically a sweet and tangy hard candy made up primarily of sugar with other flavors added. According to Wikipedia, the original flavors were watermelon, apple, and fire stick, which I assume is just like a cinnamon flavor. Then eventually they introduced cherry, lemon, orange, grape, peach, and sour apple flavors. The current flavors of Jolly Ranchers candies are cherry, blue raspberry, grape, green apple, and watermelon. And they have different varieties too, like sour, smoothies, fruity, tropical, and hotties, and I'm sure many more. Now, if you watch this channel, you know I love grape flavored things. And even though I'm not a huge fan of Jolly Ranchers candies, I'll definitely eat a grape flavor one if somebody offers it to me. But I will pass on the apple and watermelon flavors. Now you can see from the box here, this cereal is in little square shapes meant to resemble the Jolly Rancher candies. Now up here you can see they have grape, and cherry, green apple, watermelon, and blue raspberry. And the cereal is in the corresponding colors to match. Although it looks like there's only 4 colors there. We got blue, purple, red, and green. So maybe the green ones represent both the green apple and the watermelon. This green one here on the box has a little red next to it, but I think that's just some bad photoshopping or graphic design. I doubt these green pieces are actually multicolored. We'll see in a second when we open it. Also, before we get too excited, let's not forget that fruit cereals like Froot Loops often claim to have multiple fruit flavors, but all the pieces taste just the same. I assume that'll be the same case with this cereal here. Let's take a look at the back of the box real quick. You can see there are no fun games or activities here. Just a little slogan up top here. We've got a hunch that you'll love it a bunch, because we've got that fruity crunch. And then the blue raspberry guy here says yum. It's kind of a boring back of the box. That's the best they could come up with. All right, let's open up this stuff and give it a try. So here's what a bowl of Jolly Rancher cereal looks like. You can see the multicolored pieces. They have blue, red, purple, and green. Definitely only 4 colors for the 5 different fruits, which again makes me think they all taste the same. Before we try them in milk, let's try the individual pieces and see. Try this blue one first. All right, now let's try a purple one. Yeah, that tastes the same as the other one. It's got a weird fruity flavor to it that is very reminiscent of Jolly Rancher cereal, but specifically the green apple ones. I don't know if that green apple flavor just kind of overpowers all the other ones, but it definitely tastes a little bit like green apple Jolly Ranchers. Let's hit them with some milk and give them a try. I don't know if they're better with milk, actually. There's definitely like a green apple flavor to this cereal. That's not my favorite flavor, but if you like that tangy green apple flavor, well, I think you'll like this stuff. I am surprised because I thought this would just be like a Trix knockoff, a quick cash grab for General Mills, but it does have its own unique flavor. It's not a flavor that I love, but at least it's unique. I really wish they would have made each color its own flavor, because then I could have picked out all the purple ones and made a grape cereal. But hey, at least I'll give them credit for coming up with a new flavor for this Jolly Rancher cereal. The pieces themselves are a little bigger than I like for cereal. They're harder to fit a bunch on a spoon. But overall, it's not bad. If you like Jolly Ranchers candies, or like I said, you like tangy green apple flavor, pick up this stuff. I think you'll like it. Now, if I could only find a normal size box to add to my collection. I wonder how much longer this cereal will actually stay on shelves. I can't imagine parents like buying a candy branded cereal for their kids. But then again, I think Sour Patch Kids is still out there on shelves, so who knows? This box doesn't say limited edition on it, so Maybe General Mills is gonna make this one of their permanent brands. I doubt it, but stranger things have happened. Have you tried this cereal yet? If so, what are your thoughts? And also, what are some other candies you'd like to see turned into cereal? Swedish Fish? Well, I'm not a big fan of those, but what about Skittles or Starburst? I guess those would probably just be a generic fruit-flavored cereal. What about Hot Tamales? I still wish they create a spicy cereal. Alright, well, that's gonna do it for Jolly Rancher cereal. As always, thank you for watching, and until next time, stay crunchy.
Dr. King's policy was that nonviolence would achieve the gains for black people in the United States. His major assumption was that if you are nonviolent, if you suffer, your opponent will see your suffering and will be moved to change his heart. That's very good. He only made one fallacious assumption. In order for nonviolence to work, your opponent must have a conscience. The United States has none.